barriers and where perhaps the Crystal Maiden can't really help mid out that much, maybe the Shaker won't be able to do much, it could fall to the profit of Mind Control to secure the early laning stage. So we'll see how Liquid want to lane it as they enter the Fields of Dota. Could be their last time if they can't pull this one out. Afu running something different here. He is playing the Tusk this time around, and I know you mentioned during the draft there was a Nyx available, so interesting to see. I think this is, to me, probably more just about keeping Afu comfortable and getting him something he wants to play, even if it's not like the most meta hero necessarily.
Oh, he's really good on the Nyx Assassin as well. And I know, I don't want to be a Captain Highsight, but Nyx Assassin, Spike Carapace, in terms of the mid-game ganks that you could do against an Alchemist, those are great. But instead, he is going to be playing the Tusk. I think the most important point that we should begin this game is talk about how can LFY invade the jungle, because you know that's what Team Liquid's going to be doing. They're going to sack Ancients, they're going to sack multiple camps. Do they have the heroes that you could go in and either disrupt a stack that's being taken or just steal it altogether? I think that's where Bloodseeker, for example, is going to be fairly decent at, where Puck could just blow out a couple of creep camps and waves.
I actually think the Terrorblade is very important there, not for the jungle invasion, but he's the one that takes these towers down.
Sure.
So he needs to have a good early start, and they need to make great use of Metamorphosis. They don't really have any push outside of that. You know, there's a Puck, but there's no Drow to back her up. We're going to see some early pressure here from Mind Control as the battle for the runes begins in just a second, and the fissure comes through. They might even get the first blood now. Monet's got to get back out of here very quickly. They're hounding him with auto attacks. He does have quite high armor. DDC in reserve, and now the snowball forward. Maybe it turns the other way. Mind Control still in pursuit. Now turning back, retreating to safety. Liquid, you mentioned invasion plays of LFY later on in the game, but Liquid are already getting aggressive here.
DDC eating a creep, okay. That is some impressive amount of damage that they did to Terrorblade. 11 base armor with the poor man shield. Still, they were able to chunk him down.
So they're dodging the matchups here. They're going to actually, as we'll see, Afu continue the pressure Mind Control. They're sending the Alchemist bottom, Lumi. Traditionally, this hero as a core is almost always mid, just given the great access to the runes and especially the bounty runes.
Yeah, I think this is a beautiful lane
Roll
matchup.
in, Mind Control with the TP out, but LFY score the first blood. Early to get on the board here. Matumba Man will look to answer back, though, with the help of GH. They move on to Super, holding that fissure in reserve. They're going to slowly
Super's
work him down. Super likely going down unless he gets some crazy last hits off, and he won't. So Liquid do answer back.
Yeah, we're starting to see why this is such a good lane matchup for the Venom against the Bloodseeker. If you land that Venom at scale, it doesn't matter if he's getting a couple of last hits. He still has that Blood Rage on himself, and he'll take a... There you go, again.
Flame trying to jump away down into the river. He's going to take some heavy punishment. We'll get back to safety, but he is definitely not having the kind of start he did last time around as the action continues to heat up mid. Matumba Man looking for the follow-up here from the Shaker. Might be diving Super under the tower. GH comes through with the fissure. Matumba Man looking for pursuit. Afu is here just to try and salvage this a bit. The Venom mid
needs to get every last hit here.
Super down. He's got to get these last hits to stay in fighting shape, and he's going to miss that range.
There's a Gale. There's a Gale available.
The connection. Super didn't get it. Super maybe going to go down. Just gets the one. The fissure. GH does it again, and now they might get Afu too.
He's got Snowball.
Afu trying to retreat, worming his way through the trees. Snowball, but where's he going to go? Which way does he roll?
He's got shards.
Afu, one more auto attack. They can't get a range. Just GH in pursuit. The shard block away. Afu finds the answer. But still, GH is
GH has clarity. It's going to be a long clarity. I don't know.
It's going to be a long, long chase, my friend. But he does at least force him on his heels. So this switch up from Liquid is working wonders for the mid lane, and it's going to find bottom, at least for now. Lumi, Miracle is CSing very well here.
I wouldn't say fine, I say they're doing beautifully, because the Puck also, by comparison, is not doing anything. Crystal Maiden, not the best zoner, but always threatening a kill with the Frostbite. Frostbite going on the Puck here. They're going to harass him down a little bit more. Face committed. He needs to orb out of here right now.
And he will?
But lane one, right? No Shrine available. He needs to make the walk of shame.
Soon enough, that may not be a way to get out safely. Once Mind Control gets a few more levels, potentially Puck actually dies there.
Yep.
So.
Of course, the Mind Control Prophet could always just pour it in to help out these mid kills as well.
So how do you feel about the choice of LFY to focus the Lich on top? It is really slowing Mind Control down early here.
I think that as soon as the Lich...
Miracle could be in danger. Heads to the north. The Prophet there to turn the tides. Mind Control should be able to get Inflame as a trade, but they have lost their prized Alchemist. The Jukes. The
Pearl's gonna die.
Inflame coming up clutch. Mike Kuroki now on the run, and Afu hammering him down. One more auto attack scores the kill. The Puck gets out. LFY coming up with a clean win, and now even searching for Mind Control. They forced him to TP for this. He's got nothing out of this rotation aside from some creeps. Costly for Liquid.
Very smart movement by Afu. Came in for the kill, and as soon as he got the kill, he got level
They're
3.
still chasing, though.
He should be fine.
And Flame will be finally forced on his heels and likely back to the well.
Yeah, as soon as Afu turned level 3, he leveled up his Frozen Sigil instead of upgrading his either of his first 2 spells, and as a result was able to pick up the Kuroki kill. But still, I think what is the most important thing for me right now is that LFY Super is not having an all-star game. He's getting absolutely shut down. We've seen Miracle last game getting shut down.
It's such a smart matchup by Liquid because even, you mentioned like you're gonna get galed when you go into last hit, and the thing is like he doesn't even have to get you. He can just auto attack you and pressure you back. So LFY finally gonna rotate DDC towards the middle lane.
Yep.
The Gale comes out, DDC in position. He's gonna first deny that one creep. GH marching forward. The Frost Armor in play now. Not gonna really be too much of an issue for the Veno.
The big difference is that whenever Super goes in for a last hit, it could be his death.
Yes.
And Matumba Man just does this very safely. What does
still
Super
in
do?
pursuit? GH lurking in the trees. There's still no vision here for LFY. The fissure comes through. Gale to connect. Afu perhaps to the rescue, and now snowballing forward onto Matumba Man, onto GH, who dives deeper for this. He doesn't even have he does have the totem swing, but the Frost Armor keeps him alive. Matumba Man gets the last hit on Super. Now trying to back away the Sigil.
He's got stick.
Flies high.
He's got stick.
Matumba stays alive up to the high ground. He's gonna have a Gale soon. Afu,
Gale.
he's in. No, he gets the kill. Oh, if that Gale came out, if he lived one more auto attack, it's likely Afu's death getting Galed under tower. Instead, Afu, the savior of this laning stage for LFY. Certainly not the first time he's been that.
And LFY just being very active. They smoke up on the mid lane, but they're not going really anywhere
Where
with
do
that.
they go? They might want to roam on this Alchemist bottom. They're thinking about it. Super being pressured, and meanwhile the Courier getting sniped. Beautiful pick there by Mind Control. As you can see, he rotated deep behind the tier 2 top to bring it down.
I think they're setting up a kill on Matumba Man, but gonna be a tough one here.
They're gonna try fishing. LFY, we saw pretty much every smoke gank, every early rotation paid off for them last time around. This game, not so much, Lumi.
Yep.
Only that one really good fight in the bottom lane. And all the while, Alchemist topping the last hit charts right there with the Terrorblade. He does have the one death, but it doesn't feel like they've shut this Alchemist down. Leader in net worth by 500 gold. You know that's going to accelerate.
He's at half HP. They see him.
He doesn't have his level 6 just yet. Now the Frost, the Nova coming out, the follow-up snowball through. Shards to connect. Afu trying to finish off Miracle. He is relatively
the Centaur
and the Centaur 6-man for Team Liquid.
Is it enough that the Fissure's going to come in?
Sigil.
They have vision thanks to Blood. Oh my god, he just walks away. The Centaur MVP. Afu swings around.
And all the while they're pushing mid. Mind Control, he came into this fairly abandoned lane. Miracle cheering himself on as Liquid close in on their first tower. This is going to open up the map for the Alchemist. LFY slow to respond. Tower down. Liquid, a big win for them. Lumi, they're up 3,000 gold already.
Critically, we have LFY getting the Rupture very, very soon. The Puck also about to hit level 6, so I think we're going to see the first power spike of LFY. It is very important that they use these coils in conjunction with the Terrorblade. Terrorblade should TP in, they coil, they get a kill, and they get a tower. They need to do this repeatedly and apply a ton of pressure on this Miracle. You could even argue that
this
Miracle
Bloodseeker is poorer than dirt right now.
Yeah, he is.
I know the panel mentioned we're likely to see a lot more Bloodseeker, but this seems to be a case study in how you don't want the hero to
Or how to
be
be
run.
Bloodseeker.
Yeah, just Veno him mid, and he'll get shut down.
Well, we're going to see
coming
Gale.
through. Now the Poison Nova to follow up.
He's got
Terrorblade
Sunder.
does have the early Sunder. They're going to try to kite him from range.
He's getting kited non-stop.
He's ticking down. Treants are hounding him. Monet's going to have to Sunder. DDC says, here, you take the punishment.
They're still
But
blocking him, though.
The blocks. Mind Control coming in deeper. They might get 2 hero kills. Afu arrives, looking to save the day. Monet's not dead.
Deny him. Deny him.
Not dead yet. Doesn't get the deny. They get 2. Liquid.
They'll get 3 here.
The advantage. Afu to fall. GH finishes the job.
Mind Control. He might be dying here. Puck misses his orb. Super micro on his little tree, and the rapid nature on point. 10 out of 10 profit play, man.
Oh god, you do not want to fall behind early to a profit and an out. Even the Veno, like these heroes with early towers down, they just extend their tentacles around the map, you know, and it gets hard to go anywhere. You're all farming on your own, all of a sudden, Prophet jumps you, Fissure comes in from Fog, you lose a core. We'll have another look at this fight. it just shows the power of the Venomancer and the versatility of Matumba Man is one of the few few carry players that consistently can rotate to mid when duty calls.
Yeah.
I think he's been playing mid more than Miracle this tournament down the stretch.
That might be one for the stats man to figure out, but really good back and forth jukes, force out the Sunder, and LFY makes the best play they can by committing for the kill, but they lose out 3 for that Venomancer kill. Not worth.
It also shows where the Veno could be very useful later on against the Terrorblade with that slow that persists even after you beat KB. Just a good way to kite him, maybe keep him out of the Sunder range.
Yeah. I think also the more important factor is that we've seen Metamorphosis being used so many times now.
Smoke up from LFY, looking to get back in this game.
This is their game plan.
This
Use
needs
Metamorphosis
to work for them.
Get a kill.
Alchemist is not home though. In fact, top lane, they're looking for a dive at the same time that LFY sets this one up. They're going to find that puck. He tries to jump away. Meanwhile, bottom the roll forward. Fissure is there to interrupt, and Matumba Man standing his ground. He tries to stay alive. Afu's not getting the job done. Afu likely to fall here.
I think they just went a little bit too soon. Monet didn't have the Metamorphosis just yet. He couldn't attack the Vision.
But still mind control.
One more?
Will be chopped down. Super with the trade. Somehow Inflame jukes them all out, stays alive. LFY pulling out all the stops. They do lose the Nature's Prophet. Had Inflame died earlier there, perhaps this tower falls. Oh, playing with fire. Knows that Prophet is dead, but could buy back if he sees an opportunity.
This reminds me of that Alchemistic game that Ergo played earlier. Just look at him. He's free farming. Nobody's interrupting him at all.
I can't believe that these LFY heroes got out of that fight. And that is really the silver lining. Is like, sure, LFY, Afu miraculously gets back to Fountain with the TP, and meanwhile, you do have the puck living.
Bottom lane.
LFY are still in danger of losing Monet, and all the while, Miracle's farming up. There's
Trap him.
There's the surround, completely trapped in. An army of Triad slowly working him down. He stands strong, but they nuke him down slowly from range. Kuro's gonna pay, but well worth it for the greater good as Liquid find one and GH. He's looking for more. Fissure comes through. Sprout as well. Sprout MVP of this game so far. DDC down. Mind control backing off. GH getting pushed away by the creep. Super joins the fray. But what can Super really do? He can't help it. Afu and Matumba Man gets another.
They got Fissure. They will use it
Sprout
here.
again. Sprout again. He's got the path out. That early Quelling Blade saving lives. Still though, pressure, pressure, pressure. And all the while out, he's hitting creeps. 2K net worth advantage now. Alchemist, the question was, how will he lane? Will the Lich be able to slow him down early? But they dodged that matchup. And Miracle has just been free farming all the while. Clock's the ticking for LFY. But Matumba Man TP still coming through. He gets him in time. Afu is there. Will
Echo Slam.
Echo! Just a second late, the Venom will fall. But still they're getting the trades. Afu gets muscled down. And all the while, Miracle is pushing and farming top. Liquid, the two-pronged assault is paying off.
Oh, they're teleporting right behind DDC. DDC's gonna get Sprout as well. They're gonna right-click him down. Chain Frost, not gonna be enough. Couple more right-clicks. Puck coming in here. He needs to salvage this fight.
He's got stick. He can fight this maybe. Coil even committed. LFY blowing a lot. By controlling the trees.
Okay.
Goes for the TP.
He should die. He should die on this TP. No, he canceled the TP.
The jukes.
They still see him though with a blood. Okay, still jukes.
LFY.
One more,
still
couple
chasing,
more. He's still
chasing,
alive right now.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, he does finally fall, but top lane looming. They got the tower. He's still hitting creeps. He's now got 1,000 more gold in the bank. The relic is coming soon. LFY have an alchemist problem. They haven't even taken that top tier 1. That's normally the strength of a Terrorblade pick, is to at least get those early towers with the Metamorph. That's not happening.
Also, we got one of the fastest Blink Dagger on a 4-position support. 12 minutes in, Shaker has picked it up, and we're going to watch this beautiful juke left and right. If he completed that TP out there, he dies to the coil snap, recognizing that Mind Control says, nope, I'm going to taunt, and just walk it off. He does eventually die, but...
Space.
Yeah, space indeed.
And now more space opening up.
More blocks, though.
The blocks coming through. Quelling Blade, you're your way out of this one. Super, these trees can't be brought down so easy. But he will finally make it back. Again, Bloodseeker, he's so far down in the net worth, Lumi. He's sitting below the enemy Earthshaker.
Support Bloodseeker.
Of course, it is a support Bloodseeker. He's going for a 4-step. Oh, it'll help you a bit with the rupture damage, but this is not the script that LFY had cooked up. Now Liquid, a 7,000 gold lead. It's kind of shades of game 2 from yesterday where the lanes just went so well for them. It's hard to see how the opposition can get back in the game. How do LFY recover from this point?
I'm not too sure. The plan A of getting ahead with Metamorphosis, sieging at towers, getting a ton of picks with your Bloodseeker, none of that is coming online because they don't have that good laning stage.
And look at this. They know. They know LFY is all lurking around the tier 2, so they're going to make the move in the bottom lane. On the Inflame they go. He'll jaunt away to safety, but they're just pulling LFY apart.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the top lane being pushed in by that Prophet. All the while, Liquid maintaining a good
mid as
balance
well.
of farm, and now they're descending on mid. They want to bring down Monet. They do manage to frostbite him. Still, he retreats. The Prophet's coming in, but they are fighting under a shrine. This could be bad. They've had second thoughts. TP.
Oh, the shards.
Snowball forward. Big commitment from Alfu, but Curl gets back and away to safety. Now Alfu's in too deep. Blood Right coming in, but will it be enough? Alfu won't make it out. Now LFY looking for more. Rupture on the Veno, but you don't want to fight up that cliff. The high ground is
Curl.
Liquid's, and Super backs down. Now Liquid starting to congregate, and all the while, Alk just keeps on farming. Relic, 250 gold away. Radiance, all recipe already picked up, so it's about to be a 14.5-minute Radiance armlet.
Yeah,
He's got the Relic gold now.
he's got the Soul Ring in between that slowed down the timing a little bit, but still very, very good compared to LFY's game plan. Like, I don't think they could deal with the Radiance
We do
out.
see mind control here, but Liquid are backing him up. They come in force.
Echo Slam!
With the totem! Now the turn. The Chain Frost bouncing, but Creep there to still get up.
Chain
He's still
Frost.
alive. GH still standing. Somehow he lives on. So we know one last Chain Frost bounce does bring him down. LFY, God, they needed it. But still, end of the day, Liquid, they don't lose a key core here. The Shaker already has his Blink Dagger, so he's not too worried about this. So now in the mid lane, Super's being pressured again, but Tumba will tank the Rupture. They're throwing a lot for him, and Alk's coming in from the rear. Look for the stun. Revved up onto Super, mauls him down, but Tumba stands strong, and Liquid are just swarming to the point of attack, zerging their way across the map. Just a caravan of heroes pursuing out Alfu, driving him back on his heels.
They got Sprout if he has vision.
They have the Out coming in from the side, the good shards block, but now they get the vision. They know that Inflame is low. Just look at the way Liquid are playing this. It feels like they have that Coddle in the early tower advantage, the Broodmother even, just the level of aggression is enormous.
Yeah, also the big difference is that LFY cannot come back in this game via split push like the way that Team Liquid extended it last game. You don't have heroes like Keeper of the Light, you don't have heroes like the Bear. I mean, your best split pusher is the Puck, but I don't know how much a Puck can do. The Puck by himself also isn't very good at hitting buildings. I feel like LFY has earned a one-way ticket to Game 3. I just don't see what their lineup could do here.
They have not GG'd out yet, so certainly LFY feel like they have their ways back in, and we have seen clutch plays from them. We have seen mistakes throughout this tournament. That's the pressure that the big stage brings, that the $18 million still up for grabs today can thrust upon teams. LFY still, though, the tower advantage, Lumi, that is such a concern for them. They've yet to take a single one, and they've got the Lich. In theory, the team with the Lich should be looking for the tower advantage with the Frost Armor.
Oh, I guess the Prophet is doing a little bit more.
Yes, that is certainly the case. So, how do LFY progress from here? Do they try to do what Liquid did last game? Go a bit greedy, grab some extra Midases, rat it out? Can they even pull off that type of play?
I don't think so.
They've been trying to go for kills to get back in the game. They've mostly itemized the fight early with these 4 stabs being picked up, kind of relying on the Rupture damage, perhaps. We do now see 2 completed, a Hurricane Pike even coming. They're all gank items. They're all fighting items.
I think
these are not the farming tools.
I think you have to fight your way back. Like, if you buy Midas now, the Alchemist ramps up so quickly that before your Midas even kicks online,
Could this
you will
be the
just lose
time?
buildings.
Could this be the opportunity? LFY, they see Matamba, they're going to roll in. Rupture coming through, punch up in the air.
They can't
silence
even kill
him up.
him.
The Gale comes out, and now they recommit. They push him around like a ping pong ball, but he's still not dead yet. Now out comes the Nova. He gets off the Poison Nova. Matamba Man's going to do a lot of damage in this fight. LFY need to back up with the Chain Frost bouncing almost perfectly under mind control, dropping him low. A Veno for a toss that's trained thus far, but now GH gets more. Puck drops. TDC with the TP out. He needs to get out quickly. He won't make it. Liquid grab a third. LFY all in on the fights, all in on the ganks. The way they've itemized, the way they've played, multiple smokes, and it is just not working now, Lumi.
Yeah.
Sure, an even trade as far as gold goes relatively, but an overall big loss for them. The Roche about to be picked up, a crucial checkbox being ticked off for Liquid.
I think LFY definitely was looking for kind of a random pickoff, and then they just want to slow down the Roshan. They really couldn't actually stop the
Gonna make
Roshan.
a move here on Monet, it looks like perhaps.
Got the force.
Tries to retreat out. Meanwhile, they're also streaming towards mid, and Super is racing away. The Aegis claimed by Miracle. Won't see any follow-up commitment from the MP, but Liquid, they hold that tower. Even while they're roshing, a Crystal Maiden alone drives the Terror Blade away.
In fact, that was a 5v4 engagement that LFY initiated, hoping to
they're
take
going
the
to fight
tower.
bottom lane. Inflame going in. He's diving deep for Kuro. He just wants a simple support pickoff. That's all he hopes to get out of this, but can he even achieve that? Now Mind Control joins the fray. The Fissure comes in again. GH gets another. It's a puck down for a Crystal Maiden, and all the while, Alchemist pushing the top lane. LFY, these aren't trades. These are just losses for them overall. Still the tower stands. Still Mind Control dodges away. They have no follow-up pursuit. Now the Venom joins the fray. O'Day's in deep.
You got a TP out right now.
Tries to get the auto text up, pushes his way in under Mind Control, but now Miracle, he responds, coming in with the cross, bouncing on. He's got the Aegis. He's got the Aegis. He will stay alive. Armlet could be toggled here, perhaps. Got to time it right. Backs out. LFY now a full-on retreat from them. They lose their Terror Blade. They lose their puck. Well, they get a profit out of it, but they still have not claimed a tower.
Or the life of Alchemist. This Alchemist is just way too big. Mantis out now. Online, I just don't think their lineup could actually deal with Illusion at this point, right? Who could actually kill them Illusions? Puck, maybe? That's it?
And now Mansa style completed. Yeah. The split push ramps up. And like you said, LFY just not that good at contesting the Illusions. They don't have a natural Hex. They don't have a Pugna with an Aghanims, you know, anything to instantly kill them. They don't even really have that much mobility to hunt the Illusions, like, globally around the map. So Liquid continue to get their plan together. The Sprout getting dropped. The Fissure comes with the Acid Spray laid down, and in flames in all kinds of trouble. Liquid quench the fire, and they will take the tower now as well. Tier 2 dropping one step closer to that game 3. It's still a long road, but they're getting there. Slowly but surely, GH, the commitment forward. He brings in the Fissure. He's got the Echo. He's going to use it. No, the Sunder comes out. He retreats, he resets. He lets Miracle do the heavy lifting, and that is enough to get the kill. Oppo with an uppercut to Sprout out, almost saving him, but in the end, will go down. Liquid, a 3-for-1 exchange for them. Cores are melting. LFI are not farming. They're not split pushing. They haven't gone greedy. They're fighting and they're losing the fights. Liquid, tier 2, dropping here now. God, they are so far ahead. 16,000 gold, almost closing in on that 1,000 gold per minute advantage being accrued.
And part of the reason why they're so ahead is they're also defending every single tower. Mind control, porting around the map, making sure they don't lose tier 1. Crystal Maiden you saw earlier, defending tower. And yeah, sure, we see the Sunder being pulled off here, but it doesn't matter. They just overwhelm the Sunder. GH does end up going down, but right now it's LFY losing the war.
That is certainly the case. Liquid, already the Alk off to an 18,000 net worth accrued. So much for shutting the Alk down early. You know, LFY maybe thought they could do it. They went for this Bloodseeker pick, looking for strong lanes with the Lich, but Liquid outmaneuvered them. LFY were unable to respond, and now they play inside a huge hole, trying to crawl their way out, but the walls of that hole are slippery as GH he pokes his head out. Finally, maybe LFY can get something. No, GH! He's too quick! Just blinks away, zips out of there, and they're pushing top. So even if LFY get this tier 1, they're likely giving up a tier 2. It's about to drop. Mind control. Last hit claimed. The trade is there, but it's not the dream scenario for LFY, not by any means.
Well, let's begin and test how good is the LFY high ground.
Can they defend? They have that Blood Rite spam, but it's not the late game threat where, you know, you've got the talent for the reduced cooldown, and meanwhile, they're losing Super. Bloodseeker trapped out, he tries to run away, but the Alk's done, pounding him, locks him in position, slice, dice, see ya! Super is dead, and meanwhile also TPing out is the Tusk. Mind control, no way to cancel it. This Bloodseeker just doesn't feel like a hero. Earthshaker has done way more and even has the net worth to show it.
Yeah. Also, I don't think...
And we're comparing a support to a core there.
I don't think LFY could repel the pushes by blowing up the creep wave either, because you know, you could just make more treants, you can spam down more wards, and you just put the Alchemist in the front. He sieges with a ton of items. I don't think LFY has enough damage to kill through Miracle. LFY has to find a way, but it's going to be tough. Monet's going to get caught out.
More coming. Meanwhile, LFY also streaming in with the Echo and a roll. You're a goddamn hero. He finds 3, forcing LFY back. Now they can maul that Terror Blade, bring him down as well. Liquid, Another clean win for them. They lose nothing, and they go straight into the base.
Miracle hitting building at this point. They got the Prophet teleporting in. They do not care about this Blood Ride. Rupture is going to get spent, but I don't think he cares
They
for
push
that.
him around. Even
Okay,
if he
tower
dies,
focusing
he's
him.
gonna buy
Mind
back.
control.
The
No.
juggling, the team
fine.
control. The tower isn't enough Blood Right. It might finish him.
All
He's
right.
buying back Lumi. If he needs to, he'll come back in, and he might not be even required. As Liquid, looking for the melee, are about to grab it. LFY, how do they fight? They have a coil. They might want to engage now. There is no Aegis, but
They find the puck.
It's GH again! How does he keep on doing it?
Oh, the puck's somehow still alive. Will tap the Shrine. Miracle has already claimed the top lane of Rax. No need to go, go crazy here. Just reset, wait for your Prophet to come back, and go again. Slow and steady.
You know, I was gonna say after game one, like they figured out the Keeper of the Light. You know, they give it away and then they still deal with it. But now GH showing, I don't have to play Keeper, I don't have to play IO, I've got a Shaker in my back pocket. It was actually the hero that he won the most games with out of all of his supports coming in, and you can see why now.
Yeah, I think it's very dangerous to assume that Team Liquid can only play one style or one set of heroes. We've seen Broodmother coming out, we've seen Huskar coming out, the Alchemist coming out. There's still a lot of cheese left to be discovered, and I definitely don't think this is cheese. I think the fact that they laned the Veno early on versus the Bloodseeker was the reason why that LFY is so far behind.
LFY, every time they have gone for this deep rotation, it has backfired. The trap has been sprung. They keep on attempting these hunting maneuvers, but the tree ants are there. If the smokes aren't up, LFY, even harder to pull these ganks off, and even fewer targets that are killable. Like maybe you go for the Veno, but very likely he's gonna get off the Poison Nova. He's tanking up. The Shaker is always a threat to completely shut down your initiation. And of course, the Prophet, the Alk are getting too tanky to burst. So Liquid have more and more ways to punish. They still have those towers up with the shrines to give them a quick, ready response option. And they give up nothing freely. Now a 24,000 gold lead. They're almost at that iconic 1,000 gold per minute advantage mark. Now it's hitting 25K advantage at 25 minutes. I mean, the numbers are bad, Lumi. They're real bad for LFY. And this is bad too. They're gonna lose in Flame Bottom.
Displaying that Orchid, combination with the Shadow Blade, nothing much that the Puck could have done. I do want to mention your suggestion earlier of the Midas on Bloodseeker. We saw Miracle going for it when he had a tough time in the last game, and honestly, might have been the item choice this game. I was worried that the Midas might not have paid off in time, but he really needs to hit level 25 for them to actually have a chance. That Blood Ride cooldown is probably going to be the best way to defend their buildings, but he's gone for the Radiance, and honestly, I'm not sure how much it'll do.
Yeah, can they farm their way back into this game? They're down 27,000 gold to an Alchemist and NP with no outer structures up. They still don't have the Radiance. They didn't go for any other farming tools to try and accelerate that. I mean, that is hopeful if you're an LFY fan.
They could go for the Roshan whenever Liquid wants, although they're just too busy farming the whole map. Miracles with the BOTs, taking every bounty room. That's a cool thing to do. Shrines have been down for LFY. Their map control is non-existent.
One lane down, Liquid, 2 lanes to go. Perhaps just wait for the next Roche. More tool to find those pickoffs coming in. Glimmer Cape on Kuro, Shadow Blade on the Shaker of GH. Already Mind Control has his. The mobility is there. They're going to commit on Kuro. Get the CM kill. It's something for LFY, but they don't get the big one. Prophet's out of there.
And I guess the silver lining is that all of these ultimates are fairly low on cooldown, that you can keep making those small ganks. I mean, the one CM kill doesn't mean anything, but if you capture a couple times...
The Dark Cloud, though, is Liquid are taking Roche, so...
I mean, they were going to take Roche regardless of what LFY is going to do, right? So, small something for LFY.
Miracle goes snag the Aegis, Matumba the cheese. Liquid closing it on that round 2 siege. They show GH out in front.
Yep.
Unafraid of an LFY venture.
You were asking what can LFY do. I really like this kind of line of ward they have placed around their map. It just shows you that if somebody steps out of position a little bit, they have an option to pick them off. The heroes are fairly mobile in terms of the puck and whatnot. But
GH gonna rumble forward again.
Are they ready for these Shadow Blades?
Even if they are, it's tough to have the true sight everywhere. And GH lying in wait from the trees. The sentry comes down. He blinks out. Close call there, but now trapped on a cliff and in trouble is Zafu. He gets pushed down to the low ground, but the pursuit coming out. Look for the TP. Look for the dive. They get the vision. They don't get the kill, but more importantly, they dodge that LFY foray. Even stepping outside the base is courageous from LFY. With the way this game has turned. Now an assault caress complete on the Alk. Prepare for the onslaught.
It's siege time, right? If you're Liquid.
I think so. Top lane's pushed in. Mid lane about to arrive at the base. They're going to push on bottom, so they maximize the distance that LFY have to travel to deal with the lane of Rax that's already caved in, while also fighting this fresh siege. Here comes Miracle onto the high ground. Strong up in front. They try to slow him down. His own illusion being turned against him here, doing something for now, but he just fights through it unaffected, at least for the time being. You can see Prophet also thinking about a creeping in maneuver. Miracle still at full HP. This tower's dropping. They're going to rupture him. Bloodright as well. Push back to safety. He can heal it off. Glimmer Cape even coming through. Miracle playing patient here. The Prophet ult ensures that the lanes will not push out. LFY, if they want, they can just sit back, wait out this Metamorphosis Lumi, and then LFY will have even less tools to deal with the siege.
Yeah. Go do it again here. We got the ultimate back on the Alchemist. Chemical Rage ready to go.
You can see the Prophet is rotated top. They're just going to play it slow, steady, patient. And as LFY rotate, now they start to come back in, pulling LFY apart at the seams. It's the Liquid way for sure. Illusion again being created. Pushing him back for a moment, but he gets a few swipes in. That tower continues to drop even through the Frost armor.
Metamorphosis.
One step closer, one step closer. Liquid looking for the giant leap. They bring Miracle down to half. The Bloodright comes out. He's got to back away. The Glimmer Cape protects him.
He still has Aegis.
No rupture.
Yeah,
Still Aegis.
Yeah, he's not worried.
And remember, he could have buyback for all they know. So in theory, they might have to kill him more than just the 2 times. He's in flame, tries to stall things out here. He's in pretty deep, looking for the jump away. He does blink out, facing the right direction. But the Trance just swarm back towards top. They've gotten the tower down. They close in on the second lane. And at some point, LFY, they're going to want to fight. But meanwhile, mid, look for the jump from the Shaker Fissure. Nice phase shift. He looks for the blink up, but the Prophet ult bounces through. He won't be able to retreat easily, but they're content with this. They don't even want to dive. The threat of the Echo is a bigger problem as LFY losing their range. Frost armor, not enough. Illusions coming in. There's no more Metamorph. How do LFY hold? They're down 34,000 gold. There's an Alchemist terrorizing them, but Tumbaman diving in.
Chain stun city.
The chain stun is there. Backing away, won't get off the ultimate. Thunder not available. Base is crumbling. Liquid are going to pull it out. They've taken game 2. They force a deciding game 3. Lumi, I have to say, when they walked out of that booth after game 1, Matumbaman was smiling. Their manager, Mo, he was smiling. They didn't seem phased even in defeat. And they show it here that this is a resilient team.
For sure. I mean, they had their fair shares of 100-minute games. They also have fair shares of 20-minute games. This team could do it all. And I think this game was due to the very, very smart drafting of Curl and the very smart laning of Team Liquid.